What if I told you that the secret to extraordinary success lies not in talent, luck, or even perfect timing, but in doing what 99% of people refuse to do? Most people spend their lives chasing comfort, avoiding risks, and making excuses. Meanwhile, the top 1% embrace discomfort, learn from failure, and take bold, consistent action. As Jim Rohn wisely said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. It's not about grand gestures or overnight transformations. Instead, it's the small daily choices, the ones rooted in self-discipline, personal growth, and long-term thinking, that define greatness. In a world where the majority choose the path of least resistance, ask yourself, are you ready to take the road less traveled? This road requires courage. It demands resilience. It challenges you to grow from pain, value time as your greatest asset, and pursue your purpose with unshakable determination. In this video, we'll uncover 7 Stoic-inspired principles that the top 1% live by. Steps you can take to rise above mediocrity and create a life of true fulfillment. From turning obstacles into opportunities, to embracing risks and mastering your mindset, these lessons will transform how you think, act, and achieve. If this resonates with you, share this message with someone who needs it. And let's hear your thoughts. Comment below on which principle you're ready to implement today. Now, let's begin this journey toward living as the 1%. 1. Take action while others hesitate. Do you often find yourself hesitating when faced with decisions, big or small? Perhaps you regret choices made in the past and wish time could turn back. Life is a series of decisions, and for most people, it feels like a relentless battle. The truth is, hesitation is a luxury the 1% cannot afford, and it's why they rise above the rest. Most people procrastinate, overthink, or create excuses when faced with challenges. They wait for the perfect moment, or blame external factors for their inaction. In contrast, those who achieve greatness understand a fundamental truth. Action, even imperfect action, beats waiting every single time. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Words and intentions mean nothing unless followed by action. Let's explore why taking decisive action is a cornerstone of success and how you can embody this principle starting today. Hesitation often stems from fear of failure, rejection, or uncertainty. We overanalyze, waiting for guarantees or ideal conditions. Yet, life rarely offers certainty. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Picture this. Your colleagues complain about declining sales and blame the economy. Instead of joining them, you dive into data, identify potential markets, and lead a new strategy. While others stay stuck in the problem, you create a solution. This mindset shift, from reacting to acting, is what separates leaders from followers. Every moment spent hesitating is a moment wasted. Time, the most valuable asset, cannot be reclaimed. Seneca reminds us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Think of an opportunity you missed because of hesitation. Was it a promotion, a chance to start a new project, or a personal goal you left unfinished? The regret of inaction often outweighs the discomfort of taking a risk. By hesitating, you let fear rob you of growth, learning, and progress. When you act decisively, you gain momentum. Each step forward builds confidence and clarity. Imagine standing at the edge of a cold lake. Most people dip their toes, shiver, and retreat. But the brave few who dive in experience the thrill of overcoming their fear. Action is transformative because it teaches you in real time. You learn from mistakes, adapt, and grow stronger. The road may not always be smooth, but every misstep is a step closer to mastery. When facing a decision, ask yourself, what is within my power? What actions can I take right now? Ignore distractions and external circumstances you cannot change. The Stoics practiced premeditation malorum, imagining the worst that could happen. This exercise reduces fear, as you realize most risks are not as catastrophic as they seem. Overwhelm often paralyzes us. Instead of tackling the entire challenge, focus on the next logical step. Each small victory leads to the next. Procrastination thrives on open-ended timelines. Commit to deciding within a set time frame, whether it's 10 minutes, an hour, or a day. Consider an entrepreneur launching a new product during an economic downturn. While competitors cut budgets and retreat, they invest in innovative marketing and seize untapped markets. Their boldness pays off. Not because the risks were minimal, but because they acted when others hesitated. What decision have you been avoiding? What goal remains untouched because you've been waiting for the right time? The truth is, the right time will never come. You create it by acting now. As Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. The path to greatness begins with a single step. Take it today, while others hesitate. In the face of hesitation, dare to act. While the 99% stand still, paralyzed by fear or indecision, you can rise above. It's not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to begin. 2. Grow from pain. At 30, I took a leap of faith. With the savings I had accumulated from years of corporate work, I opened my dream cafe, a place I poured my heart into. For a while it thrived, a testament to my hard work and vision. Then the unthinkable happened. The pandemic struck, and like so many others, my business collapsed. My cafe, my only source of income, was gone. For months, I felt lost, my dreams shattered. But as the dust settled, I realized this wasn't the end. It was a lesson, a challenge to rebuild, stronger than before. Now at 37, I'm back at my corporate job, but I'm also crafting a new vision for my cafe. Pain taught me resilience. It showed me that failure isn't final, it's the beginning of a transformation. Pain is life's greatest teacher, though most of us run from it. We view hardship as an obstacle instead of the opportunity it truly is. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The Stoics believed that challenges exist not to defeat us, but to shape us into stronger, wiser versions of ourselves. The question isn't whether you will experience pain, it's how you will respond when it comes. Think of the hardest moments in your life. Perhaps it was a loss, a failure, or a rejection that left you questioning your worth. At the time, it may have felt insurmountable, but look closer. Those moments forced you to adapt, to think differently, to push beyond what you thought was possible. Growth often hides in discomfort, waiting for you to uncover it. Pain strips away pretense. It reveals what truly matters and clarifies your priorities. When my cafe closed, I learned not just about business, but about myself, my strengths, my weaknesses, and my capacity to endure. This clarity is a gift pain offers if you are willing to embrace it. To grow from pain, you must first accept it. Resistance only deepens suffering. As Seneca observed, a man is as miserable as he thinks he is. By reframing pain as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, you regain control. The next step is to extract its lessons. Every setback carries a message, a chance to refine your approach, reevaluate your goals, and rebuild with greater wisdom. Finally, take action. Don't let the weight of your pain paralyze you. Instead, use it as fuel to move forward. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. After his laboratory burned down, destroying years of work, he famously said, "I am not discouraged, because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward." Within weeks, Edison rebuilt and delivered innovations. Pain for him was a catalyst. Growth through pain is not about ignoring your emotions, it's about acknowledging them and then deciding to rise anyway. The next time you encounter hardship, pause and ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I use this moment to become better, not bitter? When you shift your perspective, pain transforms from an enemy into an ally. If life feels overwhelming, remember that every great achievement was born from struggle. Pain refines you, tests you, and ultimately prepares you for the greatness ahead. As Epictetus reminds us, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. You are stronger than you know. Your pain is proof of your progress. The path of the 1% is not free of hardship. It is paved with moments of doubt, failure, and discomfort. But the difference is clear. They grow from pain. They do not let it define them. They let it drive them. And so can you. Rise from your pain. Build from it. Transform it into the foundation of your success. 3. Turn time into an asset. Time is the most valuable resource we have. It is finite, irretrievable, and yet so easily wasted. Most people spend their days distracted, complaining about traffic, weather, or the trivial inconveniences of life. But the 1%, those who achieve greatness, see time for what it truly is, their greatest asset. They invest it wisely, turning fleeting moments into lasting value. Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." This simple truth reveals why so many fail to reach their potential. They treat time as though it were infinite, squandering it on meaningless entertainment or idle chatter. The truly successful, however, approach each day as an opportunity to create, learn, and grow. Imagine this. After a long day at work, most people spend 3 hours scrolling through social media or watching shows that add little value to their lives. Now picture someone else, someone who dedicates that same time to learning a new skill, like programming or financial analysis. Within a year, this second person has gained a competitive edge in their career, built confidence, and opened doors to opportunities others never imagined. The difference? How they chose to spend their time. The Stoics emphasize that we must act with intention. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This is not meant to inspire fear, but urgency. Every moment matters. How we use our time defines not just what we achieve, but who we become. To turn time into an asset, start by identifying where it's being wasted. How much of your day is spent on autopilot, distracted by notifications, or consumed by unnecessary tasks? Conduct an honest audit of your time and decide what truly deserves your attention. Then, replace habits that drain your time with those that create value. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. For example, instead of spending your mornings lost in email or social media, dedicate the first hour of your day to deep work. Focus on tasks that align with your long-term goals. Or take your evenings and invest them in personal growth. Read a book, develop a skill, or work on a side project. Over time, these small, consistent efforts compound, yielding results far greater than you might expect. Consider the story of someone who shifted their evening routine. Rather than mindlessly binge-watching TV, they spent 1 hour a day practicing a foreign language. By the end of the year, they were conversational in Spanish, a skill that later helped them secure a global career opportunity. This wasn't luck. It was the intentional use of time. Discipline is key. The 99% fall into the trap of instant gratification, chasing short-term pleasures that leave no lasting impact. The 1% understand that the rewards of discipline far outweigh the fleeting satisfaction of indulgence. They make sacrifices in the present to secure a better future. This isn't easy, but as Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. Time is your ally when used wisely and your enemy when wasted. Each moment presents a choice. Will you let it slip through your fingers, or will you seize it? Decide now to turn time into your greatest ally. Whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, use it with purpose. Create, learn, grow. Treat every day as a building block for the life you want to live. Your life is a reflection of how you spend your time. Make it count. While the 99% drift aimlessly through their days, you have the power to act with intention. Choose wisely, because the way you use your time today determines the person you'll become tomorrow. 4. Be bold enough to face risks. When I first opened my cafe, I knew the risks. I knew there were challenges I couldn't predict, yet I chose to take that leap of faith. When the pandemic struck, it forced me to shut down. It was a blow I wasn't prepared for, but instead of giving up, I chose to learn. That experience taught me that risks are unavoidable on the growth path. Today, I'm planning my next venture with greater wisdom and resilience. The lesson is simple. I did it, and so can you. Because taking risks isn't about being fearless. It's about moving forward, despite the fear. Risk-taking is a defining trait of the 1%. Those who achieve greatness are not reckless, but they are bold. They understand that staying in the comfort zone may feel safe, but it comes at the cost of missed opportunities and untapped potential. As Seneca said, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that things are difficult. The majority fear failure so much that they never attempt anything meaningful. The 1%, on the other hand, see failure as a teacher, not an enemy. Think about the moments in your life when fear held you back. Perhaps it was a chance to speak up in a meeting, apply for a promotion, or start your own business. Each time you let fear dictate your actions, you missed an opportunity to grow. But what if you had said yes? What if, instead of focusing on what could go wrong, you focused on what could go right? Risk-taking doesn't mean acting without thought. It means acting with courage and calculation. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, a mental exercise where they anticipated potential challenges and prepared for them. This isn't pessimism, it's pragmatism. When you acknowledge risks and make plans to address them, you build confidence to act boldly. Imagine you're considering investing in a promising startup. The majority will shy away, fearing they might lose money. But those who dare to leap after careful research and planning open themselves to the possibility of significant rewards. The truth is that all great achievements come with risk. The question isn't whether there's a chance of failure, it's whether you're willing to grow through it. Failure is not the end, it's a stepping stone. History is full of individuals who turn failure into success through persistence and learning. Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. His response? "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each setback brought him closer to his goal. What if he had given up after the first attempt? The world would be a darker place, literally. In your own life, think about a risk you've been avoiding. Perhaps it's starting a project, applying for a new role, or confronting a fear you've carried for years. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And more importantly, what's the best that could happen? Often, the fear of taking a risk is far greater than the actual consequences of failing. Being bold doesn't guarantee success, but it guarantees growth. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand your capabilities, learn something new, and build resilience. You develop the kind of confidence that comes not from avoiding failure, but from overcoming it. The 99% will always find reasons to avoid risks. They'll point to what could go wrong and cling to the illusion of safety. But the 1% embrace the uncertainty, knowing that life's greatest opportunities often lie on the other side of fear. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Dare to face the unknown, dare to fail, and dare to rise stronger than before. It's not about taking risks blindly, it's about taking risks boldly. 5. Invest in a better version of yourself. You are your most valuable asset. No possession, no external reward, and no fleeting success can match the value of investing in yourself. Yet many overlook this truth, spending their time and energy on things that do little to enhance their potential. The 1%, those who rise above mediocrity, know that self-investment is not optional, it is essential. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of self-mastery. Epictetus advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is the foundation of investing in yourself. It begins with clarity, knowing who you want to become and committing to the daily actions that align with that vision. The question is, are you willing to make that commitment? Every day presents a choice, to grow or to remain stagnant. Growth doesn't happen by chance, it requires deliberate effort. Whether it's acquiring new skills, building physical strength, or cultivating emotional resilience, every step you take toward improvement compounds over time. Imagine the possibilities if you dedicated even 1 hour a day to bettering yourself. That hour, repeated consistently, would transform not just your abilities, but your entire life. Investing in yourself is not just about ambition, it's about responsibility. You owe it to yourself to unlock your full potential. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By nurturing your mind, body, and spirit, you develop the resilience to face life's challenges and the wisdom to navigate them with purpose. One way to begin this journey is by focusing on your strengths and building upon them. The 1% don't waste time lamenting their weaknesses. Instead, they channel their energy into refining their talents. This doesn't mean ignoring areas for improvement. It means recognizing where your greatest potential lies and amplifying it. Through this process, you not only grow, but also gain confidence in your unique abilities. Discipline is the cornerstone of self-investment. The 99% often chase quick fixes, looking for shortcuts to success. They want results without effort, but the reality is that lasting change requires consistency. Seneca wisely observed, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." The 1% prepare relentlessly, knowing that when opportunities arise, they will be ready. To truly invest in yourself, embrace the idea of lifelong learning. The world is ever-changing, and those who stop learning are left behind. Read books that challenge your perspectives, seek mentors who inspire growth, and surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Growth isn't a solitary journey, it is enriched by the insights and encouragement of others. Physical and mental well-being are equally crucial. A sharp mind cannot function in a neglected body, and vice versa. The 1% prioritize their health because they understand that energy, focus, and resilience stem from it. Regular exercise, mindfulness practices, and balanced nutrition are not luxuries, they are investments in longevity and productivity. As you embark on this journey, remember that progress is rarely linear. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but these are not reasons to stop. Growth is a process, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the best version of yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're not just building skills or accumulating knowledge, you're creating a foundation for everything you will achieve. The 99% often look outward, blaming circumstances or envying others' success. The 1% look inward, knowing that the greatest changes start within. You have the power to shape your future. By prioritizing your growth, you're choosing to rise above distractions, excuses, and mediocrity. As Epictetus reminds us, progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Start today. Choose to invest in you. The results will echo throughout your life, creating a legacy far beyond your imagination. 6. Think long-term and live with purpose. I have a friend who lives a remarkably simple life, not because he lacks means, but because he's building a future he's carefully envisioned. He refused to upgrade his car, choosing instead to save and invest in a home, one that would provide his family with lasting financial stability. He passes on frivolous outings, opting to focus on his long-term goals. To many, these sacrifices might seem unnecessary, even excessive, but he knows that the rewards of discipline far outweigh the fleeting satisfaction of indulgence. His actions are guided by purpose, not impulse. This is the essence of long-term thinking. It's not about depriving yourself, it's about aligning your daily decisions with a greater vision. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Every choice we make, no matter how small, shapes the future we'll live in. Yet, so many are trapped by the lure of instant gratification, sacrificing what truly matters for what feels good in the moment. Living with purpose begins by defining your long-term goals. What do you truly want to achieve? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Without clarity, it's easy to drift through life, chasing short-term pleasures and neglecting the foundation needed for lasting fulfillment. Take time to reflect on these questions. Write down your answers. Your goals should inspire you, even when the path to achieving them is challenging. The 99% often find themselves stuck in cycles of temporary gratification. They want success, but they don't plan for it. They live paycheck to paycheck, indulge in unnecessary expenses, and avoid the hard conversations about where their life is heading. The 1% understand that true success requires sacrifice. They forego fleeting pleasures to build something meaningful and enduring. Imagine this. You're tempted to spend your bonus on a luxurious vacation. It's enticing, but instead, you invest it in a course that enhances your skills or into a savings account for a future project. This choice isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. It reflects a mindset that prioritizes growth and stability over momentary indulgence. It's the mindset that creates lasting success. Purpose isn't just about goals, it's about how you live each day. The Stoics believed in the importance of aligning your actions with your values. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." To live with purpose means using your time wisely. It means being intentional about how you spend your energy, ensuring that your actions contribute to your greater vision. A practical way to cultivate long-term thinking is by breaking down your goals into actionable steps. A dream without a plan is just a wish. If your goal is financial independence, start by creating a budget, setting aside savings, and learning about investments. If you aspire to a healthier life, commit to daily exercise and balanced nutrition. Progress is built on consistent, purposeful action. Discipline is your greatest ally in this journey. The 1% don't wait for motivation. They rely on habits. They structure their days to prioritize what matters most, even when it's difficult. They understand that the rewards of discipline far exceed the fleeting comfort of inaction. Living with purpose also means embracing delayed gratification. It's resisting the urge to seek immediate results, knowing that great things take time. As Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me that you desire a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Patience is not weakness, it's wisdom. Think about the legacy you want to create. Every choice you make today builds the foundation for that legacy. Will your actions lead to a life of meaning, or will they leave you wandering? The 1% choose the former. They think long-term, act with intention, and live with purpose. So can you. Choose the path that aligns with your vision, and let your actions today echo into a brighter tomorrow. 7. Persist until the end. Success is never handed to those who give up too soon. It belongs to those who endure when others falter, to those who persist even when the path seems insurmountable. The Stoics knew this well. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In those words lies the essence of persistence. The unshakable resolve to keep moving forward, regardless of what stands in your way. To persist is to embrace the journey in its entirety. The triumphs and the trials, the moments of clarity and the moments of doubt. Most people quit when the road becomes difficult. They see obstacles as barriers rather than growth opportunities. But those who persist understand a deeper truth. Every challenge is a chance to strengthen your resolve, to refine your approach, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. The 99% stop when progress feels slow. They abandon their goals at the first sign of difficulty, convinced that success isn't worth the struggle. But the 1% press on. They know that growth happens in the struggle, not in the comfort. As Seneca observed, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Persistence requires a clear vision. Without it, you'll lose your way when challenges arise. Define what success means to you. Write it down, visualize it, and remind yourself of it daily. This clarity becomes your guiding star, helping you navigate through uncertainty. When the path grows dark, your vision will light the way. Discipline is the fuel that drives persistence. The 1% don't rely on fleeting motivation. They rely on habits. They wake up each day committed to their goals, regardless of how they feel. Persistence isn't glamorous. It's not about grand gestures. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work that needs to be done, and trusting the process. Obstacles are inevitable, but they are not insurmountable. The Stoics taught us to approach challenges with a calm and rational mind. Epictetus advised, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them." When you encounter a setback, pause. Reframe it. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow?" This shift in perspective transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Patience is another essential component of persistence. Great achievements are not accomplished overnight. They require time, effort, and resilience. Remember, the reward is not just in the result, but in the journey itself. Every hour you dedicate to your goals and every moment you push through adversity shapes you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable individual. To persist is also to embrace uncertainty. The road ahead will not always be clear. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, whispering that your efforts are in vain. But persistence is the ability to silence that doubt, to trust in your vision, and to keep going even when the outcome is uncertain. As Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In the end, persistence is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. It is the ability to endure when others quit, to rise when others fall, and to keep moving forward when the world tells you to stop. The 1% understand that success is not a single moment, but a series of moments, each one requiring unwavering commitment. Success is within your reach, but it demands persistence. When the journey becomes difficult, remember that you are not defined by your fails but by your ability to rise above them. Keep moving, keep striving, persist until the end, for that is where greatness lies. We've explored the timeless principles that separate the 1% from the 99%, taking action, growing through pain, valuing time, embracing risks, investing in yourself, thinking long-term, and persisting through challenges. These lessons are not abstract ideas, but practical steps you can apply every single day to reshape your life. Remember, true success isn't about talent, luck, or circumstance. It's about consistent effort, discipline, and the courage to face adversity head-on. As the Stoics teach us, greatness lies in how we respond to life's obstacles and our willingness to transform them into opportunities for growth. Each principle we discuss today is a tool, a way to cultivate self-discipline, improve your mindset, and align your actions with your purpose. The journey may not be easy, but the rewards are profound. Start small. Focus on one principle and commit to practicing it daily. Over time, these small actions will compound, leading to extraordinary results. Now it's your turn. How will you begin to apply these lessons? Which principle resonates most with your current journey? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else to take the first step toward their transformation. Remember, you have the power to create a life of meaning and impact. Use these lessons to guide you, to push you forward, and to remind you of the strength that lies within. The life you dream of is waiting. Start building it today.